It's day 5 in Paris, and I can safely announce that it did not get better. Nothing got better. If anything, things got worse. I used to be such a Paris girl. I used to be so hot for France, for all the little balconies, all the crunchy bread. I used to be crazy about it, and now I am officially the metaphors of this morning, of last night. That's really the nail in the coffin on me being a Paris girl. We'll just play back the tape and you can see how this has progressed into a complete and utter depression saga. In the sense that right here, that's the Eiffel Tower. It's a great trip. In all other ways, I've really been struggling. I'm literally crying right now. Oh my god. This is proof that I'm experiencing a dark night of the soul. I guess I'm just gonna film it and share it with the rest of the world. It's Monday. It's like 12 Paris time. It feels like I just woke up. I landed Saturday morning at Charles de Gaulle. Whoever designed that airport was really leaning into the inherently confusing and frustrating nature of airports. I've never seen such a postmodern take on my bags are not coming. There's something about this land that just opens your heart chakra and everything is just out. I am becoming quite aware of parts of myself that I thought were pretty resolved. At home, it was all good. We were good. And here, wow, it's all just still here. I'm being so clingy and needy to all my relations outside of this experience, and that's really frustrating to me. This is the most romantic city in the world, by far. I would love, more than anything, to be here with a lover, to be here with a partner, with a companion. But alone, it is just, oh, it is stark. They say Paris is for lovers, and that is fully true. Anybody who is alone, don't come here. Like, do not. I feel it when I get seated in the backiest of the back of the Moulin Rouge in any cafe. Just literally any time I go outside this apartment, which I do love this little apartment Airbnb. Oh my god, I'm dying. It's so fucking cute. So I don't need to leave. Another part that's coming up for me is this self-judgment, but also setting up my own failure. In the city of like the best food in the world, tell me why the main thing that I've eaten is McDonald's. I refuse to eat McDonald's in the US, and somehow I had it twice yesterday. Twice. But we're gonna get through it. It is this distortion, this noise of the city and all of the energies here and all of the other chaos that is making it so hard for me to concentrate on what matters. Living simply and fully in alignment. This is our absolutely stupid breakfast. I think my stomach is still experiencing jet lag, and we're eating inside today because it's so fucking cold. I didn't know it's gonna be cold. I am feeling a lot better today. I'm feeling a lot more revived, a lot more just present and in my body. I think jet lag is re-experiencing the soul entering the body for the first time. New countries, new places. I don't understand what anyone's saying. I don't understand how this works. There are the same kind of shocks to the system. I guess it's just another one of the things we're being asked to move through. Let's just get into the meat of what happened last night. Last night, I wanted to treat myself. I was like, you know what sounds so cute? I'm gonna go to the Eiffel Tower, gonna sit on the lawn, have a little picnic, edit video. It's gonna be insular, quiet, easy. What actually happened was I frantically packed this picnic. Then I'm turning the corner, and I shouldn't be surprised by this. I really shouldn't be surprised by this because the Olympics are in a couple of weeks, but the entire grounds of the Eiffel Tower is committed to the Olympics. There is no cute grassy knoll park thing. I'm just walking along all this plywood and all this fencing, and I keep hoping maybe it'll cut over. Maybe it'll just open up, and it's just like, no, inherently that's not what's gonna happen. Finally, I end up getting to the foot of the Eiffel Tower. I did enjoy seeing that. It is really beautiful, whatever. It turns out, which yes, this was a magical turn of events, you can actually just go in there for free. So I entered the grounds, no ticket or anything, super easy. I'm like, okay, well, I can at least have my picnic in the grounds. I finally find this bench to sit down. And it's a great view of the Eiffel Tower. It's right there. Like, you can see all of it. It's actually a very beautiful place. It's so beautiful that it would probably make a great place to propose to someone. And I'm 99% sure that that's what then occurred. I was pretty invested. I'm building my sandwich, doing whatever. And then suddenly I hear a lot of clapping, celebration, whatever, and I see this couple making out. And I'm like, okay, I think they just got engaged. Well, whatever. I don't really know. Let's just move on with our lives. Mind you, I've been tottering around with my croissant in my hand because I don't want to get squished while I have all this shit in my bag. I've been carrying now this bottle of juice. I also freaking bought all of these Liège waffles. I'm just feeling very overloaded and disappointed. They're hanging out. They're doing their whole thing. I'm eating my sandwich. I'm having my little picnic on my little bench. And then they're starting to make moves, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, you're not about to do what I think you're about to do. The bench next to me, it's so open, it's so free. There's so much space, and they come over to me and they say, oh, can we sit here? And I was like, if you want to. Clearly, I am eating a sandwich and like a little bitter. This is the memory that we all want to have? Okay. I haven't said congratulations. I haven't said anything because what do you do at that point? I keep doing that awkward circling of, do I ask? But then if I ask, that's gonna seem rude. Like, how could I not know? What was confusing about the situation? She had a necklace. If she had a ring, it would have been obvious what had happened. But they're constantly talking about this necklace. That's not as clear. That's not as clear what happened. Probably should have just done was say congratulations because that's what other people were doing. So regardless of whatever happened, I could do that for the next 30 minutes while I'm just trying to eat the crustiest cheese butter croissant sandwich. They're macking on each other. It really felt like the universe saying, ha, oh, you're trying to attract marriage? Well, here you go. There's someone else's marriage. Usually for me, manifestation has felt so beautiful and powerful and interesting and exciting and adventurous. When I was in Nicaragua, when I was in Costa Rica, it was just ask, receive, trust, jump. And here in Paris, manifestation is like mock, poke. Oh, you sure that's what you want? Like, okay, here you go, Kate. Here you go. Where I'm staying is like the marriage district or something. So every day I walk around and it's wedding gowns, party favors, giveaways. And I'm like, okay, got it. Yes, I am alone here. I'm very single. I mean, if you're French, you know how you are. It doesn't not feel like the enactment of manifestation is reflective of the place and the people. So that's something I'm just grappling with that. The feeling of being mocked by the universe does not stop there. This morning there was this fly that got caught in a window. And this was a loud fly. This fly woke me up because of its banging around, okay? It was a buzzing kind of fly. And he was so close. There's an entirely open door. He's so close to it. And he just keeps running into this pane of glass. And I try to shoo him out the door. I try everything. And finally I'm like, okay, well, maybe this will make funny content that I'm like the fly that's stuck against the window. If I just took a bigger perspective, then I could see how I could get out of this situation. Then I could know true freedom. And I'm like, okay, that's a great way to transition this experience. So I get on my camera, I'm starting to film, and the flag gets out. I'm like, okay, cool. This is making me realize it really all is. It's there. It's right there. All the lessons you need, the advice, all of the guidance. It's right there. Like, it's always been right here amongst us. But the environment that you're in determines the purity with which you get to see that and to experience it. That's why in nature it just feels so natural and playful and wild and fun. It's like, oh, maybe these two flowers do taste good, or like, oh, maybe these do combine. I mean, they might kill me, but it all feels really real and pure. Versus in a city, it's like, I can't even tell if those flowers are real, and there's so much soot on them, and I'm sneezing all the time because it's so dry and dusty, and I'm hearing all these noises from other people. It's shattering and constantly distracting me from me. We don't all we don't have to all abandon the cities. I fully believe in working with what we've got. It's just that the more that we can acknowledge and try to purify the spaces that we have, the more that we can clean up our air, the more that we can limit noise, or know that we're going to need to shed and recenter and recalibrate relative to noise and sound and opinions and just the energy of others. We can do it. I mean, I'm gonna live in a cabin in the woods, but like you city dwellers, you can do it. This mantra of Soham, and the idea behind it is generally denouncing yourself to the universe. Like, I am that I am here, I am being. It really stuck with me today because I believe that is an energy that we need to tap into as we travel, as we're in these transient periods, these transient times. Maybe we're accepting a transient lifestyle. The question is, who are you announcing yourself to be? Who are you underneath all the layers of the habits, the creature comforts, of what you know and what has become easy? When all of that is stripped away, who are you? Maybe I'm just in a rush. Maybe I'm really sensitive. How can I Well, on that note, I can't wait. I can't wait to move on with my trip and see what's to come next. We'll see. Is this all of Europe? Is this just France? Who could say? Is this just me? Is there something with me right now? I don't know. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week.